Matthew chapter 14 was our read for today. Let's jump into the devotional and see if we can learn some things from that text that can benefit us throughout the day. King Herod hears of Jesus' words and believes John the Baptist has risen from the dead. Sadly, John was beheaded by Herod not many days before. Matthew records the details of that event. John was bold and faithful at the cost of his life. The rest of this chapter records Jesus' actions after hearing of this. He seeks seclusion, but he is also drawn by compassion to keep healing the people. Jesus feeds the 5,000 with 5 loaves and 2 fish. Jesus then sends the disciples out in a boat as he goes to the mountains to pray. Coming to them walking on water, he commands Peter to come out of the boat. Peter becomes frightened, and Jesus asks him and all of them why they continue to doubt him. Tough day, tough circumstance for Jesus. Here's some benefit. Jesus loved John the Baptist. He was no doubt deeply grieved by John's death. John gave his life to preach the truth, even though he opposed powerful people. This chapter reads as if Jesus has some expectation of his disciples. He's effectively saying, "My cousin just died for this cause." Is this resulting in deeper faith among my disciples? He challenged his disciples to feed the 5,000 before he did it himself. Jesus called Peter upon the water before having to reach out and save him in his doubt. Jesus is looking for results. God's Son expects followers, including you and me, to grow in faith, move past doubt, and be changed by his power and his sacrifices on our behalf. Maybe a few questions can help us on that road. Number one, what kind of faith must John have had to preach morality to one who had the power to end his life? Do you and I have that kind of courage? Question 2, are you comfortable with Jesus expecting deeper trust from you? Why is that important for the benefit of the people in your life? Maybe take that idea of faith and look at how it affects others. And then lastly, would you have asked to walk to Jesus on the water? And more crucially, what does that faith look like in the storms of life today? We do have those, although they look a little different. Here's a prayer to wrap it up today. Devoted God and Father, thank you for your willingness to endure loss for our sake. It must have been painful to watch John die, knowing that soon after your only begotten Son would give his own life. And it must have been frustrating to see disciples still stumble in unbelief. Thank you for your patience in our weakness, and thank you for continuing to demand we deepen our trust in you. Lord, help our unbelief. Train us to carry out Christ's work in faith and to walk on water through any storm with our eyes on Jesus. I encourage you to fix your gaze on him today, and thank you for following along.